guys, welcome back to Full Circle, and let me shout out a few of you who are watching. Lillian Nafula, you say you're watching us from Pangani. Asante sana. Kamau wa Chapo, hey. All right. Juja Murera Ndarasha Ndani. Esther Gakuru, you say good morning. Joyce, watching from Kangocho, Karatina, Nyeri County. Josephat Omwega, E-Password, you're watching us live from Thika. Bramuel Bram, Kakamega representing. Christopher Kimani watching us from Muranga University. Emma Sherl watching us from Njoro, Nakuru County. I also have Dan Liggs watching us from Kakamega. And I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Please do remember you can send your feedback into 22999. That's our SMS sign. It's absolutely free to text in. And you can also comment on our Facebook page at Switch TV Kenya, as well as Switch TV Kenya on Twitter and at Switch TV KE on Instagram. Right now, I want to introduce my next guest. Her name is Lucy Wambui, and she's here to talk to us about the Enuresis Initiative.
Yes.
All right. So for those who may not be aware, explain what Enuresis is.
Yes. Thanks very much, Joyce, and I'm honored and privileged to guest on your show this morning.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, Enuresis is the medical term for bedwetting. Bedwetting is a common occurrence in our homes. We know that this thing happens in our homes, and we are familiar with the distress it causes. But what most of us probably don't know is that this is a health condition, like any other. Okay, and bedwetting has a cure, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
because
my organization, we purpose to highlight this condition, impart information on it through fora like this one,
right,
so that nobody has to suffer this in silence.
Well, let's talk about that, because I was going to say it's interesting, because I think a lot of the times when we think about bedwetting, we understand that it is a phase of puberty that a lot of young men, adolescents, young boys will go through.
Yes.
But most times it just kind of, it resolves itself. And so are you focusing then on enuresis among young adolescent boys, or are you saying that this issue actually stretches much further than that?
Well, it's interesting you bring the aspect of young adolescent men, because actually enuresis affects more boys and men than women. That is statistically proven in the medical world.
Right.
So when we're talking about enuresis, we're talking about somebody who is still wetting their bed at a time after an age when they should have outgrown this.
Right.
Basically,
What age is that?
From age 6.
From age 6,
yes.
They should have stopped.
Yes, from age 6 they should have stopped.
Okay.
So if you have a child who is 10, 8, a teenager who is still wetting their bed, there is a clinical condition that they have.
So it's
that
clinical, it's
yes,
not anything to do with puberty?
No, it's not anything to do with puberty. And it's not laziness. And it's not witchcraft or superstition or anything like that. It's basically a clinical condition.
Okay.
And this condition affects up to 15% of the world's population.
Wow.
Yes.
So tell us then about the science behind this. What is happening that it is now, at that age then, it's now a condition?
Okay, that, like the causes of it. Why?
Yeah, why?
Well, somebody would be a bedwetter. Now, it's not always known why somebody becomes a bedwetter, but one of the reasons given is that, first of all, we are what we are who we are because of our genetic makeups, the genes we got from our parents. So if parents were bedwetters themselves at the age when they should have dried, the likelihood of their children being bedwetters is about 75%.
Okay.
Okay. So also there will be some persons, because of their physiological makeup, they would have something like a small bladder that cannot hold a large volume of urine. They would have something like a very overactive bladder that's pushing out urine very frequently. So even during the day, there will be people who need to go very frequently.
Okay.
So when they sleep, a prolonged period of time when they are not going, they may pass urine.
Okay.
There are also somebody who is a very deep sleeper.
Right.
Yeah, they sleep deep and they can't even feel when they are passing urine.
Okay.
There are all these kinds of things.
Okay.
It's good here to differentiate between bedwetting and any other kind of passing urine that may happen to, like somebody who had too much to drink. And they lost control of their faculties. That's a totally different thing here.
Right.
Also not the kind of frequent urination that is caused by diabetes, a condition like diabetes.
Okay.
And also, we also want to distinguish between something like fistula. We're hearing about fistula a lot. When the lady has some tear when they are giving birth, and now they cannot hold a long call, a short call. This is not what we are talking about.
Okay.
We're just talking about the one that happens at night when somebody sleeps.
All right. So your initiative is actually trying to help make the lives of those living with enuresis easier.
Yes.
How are you doing that? What are you doing?
First of all, access to information. So everybody who is affected by bedwetting should know what this is. Most of the time we don't. Yeah. So first of all, we want to create information about this, what it is. And also we want to, globally, because bedwetting affects all persons, irrespective of color, class, tribe, wherever, all over the world. This is something that happens, and the developed countries actually have treatment for this. They have comprehensive treatment plans for this. They actually have facilities called Enuresis clinics, where if somebody is a bedwetter, they can be put through a program to help them stop.
Lucy, how did you get involved in all of this? Why are you so passionate about this?
Now, first of all, I'm a former bedwetter. I stopped when I was 14. Yeah. I know the distress firsthand. I know the distress this causes. Then again, in my background, I had opportunity to work. Right after college, I had opportunity to work in international development organizations. And I know the kind of work that NGOs can do in a society.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started this initiative on my own.
From a very personal note.
Yes, for very personal reasons.
And I understand too now, as part of your work, you have a Enuresis alarm.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
This is a gadget that is in use the world over to help somebody stop bedwetting. A simple gadget like this one, very easy to use.
Okay.
You wear it around the arm. Okay?
Okay.
Wear it around the arm, and
so this you put on when you're going to sleep?
When you're going to sleep. And this node over here, this node has to be clasped to underwear.
Just the underwear?
Very near where you start to wet.
Okay.
Yeah. Because this alarm is basically set off by moisture.
Ah.
Yeah. So when somebody starts, the first few drops of urine will set off this alarm.
So moisture, any bit of moisture that gets onto that thing.
Yeah. It will set it off like that.
Wow.
And when you hear this alarm, the bedwetter is supposed to wake up and go to the loo, finish off there.
And unajua kawa tu ni kama mimi akikuamka saa zingine naeka like 50 alarm clocks, but it's enough for someone. You've seen statistics.
It has a subtle vibration.
I might need that just to wake up in the morning.
But it needs to get wet.
I know. Now that will be a challenge. But okay. Wow, very good.
So wake up and go and finish off in the loo.
Okay.
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 Over time, you know what happens with the alarm? Over time, an alarm can condition you to wake up a certain time.
Right.
So this one will condition somebody to wake up around the time when their bladder fills.
Okay.
The only problem with the enuresis person is that they don't feel it.
Yeah.
They don't wake up. The rest of us wake up and go to the loo.
Yeah.
When you are enuretic, you don't wake up.
Okay.
You don't feel anything.
And how much is that? They're available locally?
Yes, my organization is marketing this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much are they?
This one is 2,500 shillings only.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. So over a period of like, first of all, from the first day of use, you won't wet your bed. Because it will wake you up to go.
So, and this is safe to use? There's no like...
No. It has no side effects.
Right.
It's an external device.
How long do people use these before you find that like studies that you research
It's recommended by 6 weeks somebody would see change.
Okay.
Because from day one, you don't wet your bed. So after 2 weeks, you begin to wake up. to a full bladder. By 6 weeks, somebody should be cured.
Right.
Yeah, but it also depends on how closely you comply with
Sure.
the use.
Sure.
Yeah, and how motivated you are to stop.
Okay.
Yes.
So it will be a bit hard in the beginning, obviously, because you have
Of
to keep
course,
waking up.
yes, you have to keep waking up. But the closer you comply with the treatment, of course, always the better it will work for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And so how big is your organization now? Are a lot of people, more people coming out to talk about this? Is it mostly parents joining for the sake of their children?
Parents
or who
for the
are
sake of their
members?
children, or any caregiver, a matron in a boarding school,
Yeah.
an adult who is still wetting their bed. This is very distressing.
Right.
There are persons who even fear to do something like get married
Yeah.
or get into a relationship where they will spend a night with somebody because they are bedwetters. Yeah. So anybody who is suffering from bedwetting
Right.
can get in touch with us.
And I imagine, especially for like the elderly per se,
Yes.
who, they're not diabetic maybe, or they're not, it's not because of alcohol or anything, but just, as their bodies
They're
age,
incontinent.
they just don't have as much
The hold.
control. Would this work for them as well?
Well, it will help them know that they have, or even a caregiver, to help a caregiver know
Yeah.
that somebody has wet themselves and they need to be changed. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. I don't know what you guys think about this. What's your experience with Enuresis? And you can send in your feedback to 22999. Let me try and see what you guys are saying on our social media platform. That's on Facebook. Again, catch us on at Switch TV Kenya. But Saimo wa Strawberry Ndirango. On Facebook, you say you're watching from Kinangop, Nyandara County. Someone asking how you pronounce enuresis. It's just that.
Yes.
Enuresis.
Enuresis.
Okay.
Basically
Okay.
bedwetting.
All right. Ken Otieno says, enjoying the show, Joyce. I have a 12-year-old brother who still wets the bed. Where can I get the alarm for him, and at how much? Okay, so we've established it's 2,500 shillings.
Yes.
Does this use batteries, or how do you like?
Yes,
keep it
it
running?
has a very small battery, a tiny battery. You know those small batteries that we used to put in watches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are those?
That's the
is
one.
it easy to replace?
Yes.
Then, or do you have to
it's
buy
easy.
a new one if it dies?
It's very easy to replace.
And you can do it locally.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And where would someone get these from you? How do they get in touch with you?
Get in touch with us on our Facebook page. We have an FB page, the Enuresis Initiative. Like our page. Tell us you want to get an alarm.
Okay.
We'll get in touch with you.
All right. So
Yeah.
Ken, there you go.
Yeah.
Please contact the Enuresis Facebook page.
Yes.
And DM them or message them, and they will be able to provide you with one.
Yes.
Excellent.
That's
Excellent.
what we are doing.
Well, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Lucy, for being a part of the show today.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, Joyce.
You're most welcome. And
Yes.
keep up the good work. I think, as you're saying, we joke about these things a lot of
And
times, and we don't realize
the
that there are people
bedwetter
really
gets
struggling.
teased
Yeah.
and punished.
Yeah.
These things don't work.
Even the thought you're saying that, someone would be scared to get into a relationship or to get married.
It's true.
So I salute what you're doing.
It's
Thank
true.
you. Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Thanks very much.
You're most welcome. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break. And hopefully, coming up next, we're going to be talking to a young man offering employment to fellow young people. This and so much more right here on Full Circle with Joyce. Stay tuned.